Today we're making the world famous Big Boy strawberry pie.
Now we're going to prep the famous strawberry pie from Big Boy. The best thing about a great strawberry pie is great strawberries. So don't skimp on those. Get the best berries you can find. Make sure they're ripe and they're really sweet. That'll make your pie incredible. I've got the recipe for the original crust that you'll be able to find located down below. But for this case, we're just going to do a real quick one. So we bought some of these pre-made deep dish frozen pie crust, which are really, really good. And what I like to do is take one of these. They're great for these strawberry pies. After we pulled it out of the refrigerator and let it sit for about 15 minutes to kind of warm up, thaw just a bit. We're now going to bake this in an oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then we'll assemble our famous strawberry pie. This is the simplest recipe for making the sauce for our strawberries. All we're going to do to make this sauce is simply bring in 1 1/4 cups of water. We're going to bring that up to a boil. So what I do is I like to start with my sugar. Bring that in. And I mix this in really nicely. And I try to get this back to a boil. So you don't need to mix it too much, but make sure you do stir it. You don't want the sugar to crystallize and stick on the bottom. So I'm going to bring in our cornstarch. This is 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is a thickening agent, which is going to add body to our sauce. You do want to make sure you're still really moving this around now at this point. You don't want clumps. It's the worst thing you can have. It's starting to thicken up. I can see it already starting to thicken. And now I'm going to add 3 full tablespoons of strawberry jello. And once I start getting cooking, take it off of the heat. So I'm going to turn our pot all the way down. Make sure you work this really well. You don't want any clumps. I'm turning the heat up just a bit to bring it back up. That'll help cook in the rest of this gelatin that's in here. This strawberry glaze is so nice. So once you get it in, you'll see you get a nice little thing. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And we'll just let it simmer. We want to let it cool down just a bit before we pour it over our strawberries. Let's assemble this pie. Just put a little bit of the sauce in the bottom of the pie crust. And then I like to put just a hint of sugar on the bottom for this. Just adds a little extra sweetness in that last bite. Now what I'd like to do is fill this with some beautiful strawberries. So the recipe calls for about 2 cups, but I think you should try to fit in as many as you possibly can because it makes just an incredible pie. You want it to be overflowing with strawberries. All right, so we got these in, looks great. Now what we like to do is put our strawberry topping onto our pie. And what you want to do is just drizzle this over the berries. So you want to make sure you're not putting this on too heavy, but you want to make sure you're getting every berry covered. Now that we've added the topping, got the strawberries here, let's stick it in the fridge. We want to let it sit for probably an hour. So, all right, we pulled the strawberry pie out of the fridge. It looks perfect. You can see how simple this is. This is really just a great summer dessert. So beautiful. The gel is kind of frozen up, or at least thickened up. You can see it's perfect. It keeps the berries pretty much in place. Beautiful, glossy, incredibly tasty. Let's take a slice of this and see how it turned out. Now that we've got our slice out, which is a task in itself, let's go ahead and finish this off the correct way. Just a little bit of fresh whipped cream. In this case, I'm going to use Ready Whip since I have it available. And put a nice, beautiful portion on top. And there you have the famous strawberry pie from Big Boy. And now, my favorite part of the day, the taste. And I just love this. Fresh summer strawberries, beautiful whipped cream. Such a good, fun, absolutely fresh summertime dessert. Find yourself a couple pounds of strawberries, whip this up. Your family will love it. I hope you've enjoyed cooking with us today. This has been a whole lot of fun. I hope you liked what you heard today. Please like and subscribe. I look forward to showing more and more of our family's recipes to you in the near future. And if you have any other comments or suggestions, please leave them below.